everyone, this is Sir Dwayne, and this time we will be discussing or presenting to you the classical chemical analysis of urine. So based on our actual setup, we are usually using reagent strips just like in our previous videos. But this time, we will be discussing this since this is very essential when we are confirming the presence of such chemical substance in urine. For this video, we will be presenting to you chemical analysis of protein and glucose. So, the first thing I will be doing is the activity or the test that won't use heat. So the title of this topic or activity is sulfosalicylic acid test. To begin, the materials that we'll be needing for this test is first our acid, SSA or our 3% sulfosalicylic acid, and our urine, rather our filtered urine, which I already filtered a while ago. So first thing we need to do is we need to put 3 ml of filtered urine in our test tube, and every 3 ml of filtered urine there should be an equal volume of 3% sulfosalicylic acid. Once you've done putting your 3 ml of urine in your test tube, again, we need to make sure that our test tube is already labeled with the patient's name and the patient's gender. So this time, I'll be now putting my acid, again 3 ml of sulfosalicylic acid. After obtaining 3 ml of SSA, we will mix it together with our 3 ml of urine. After mixing our SSA and our urine, we need to cover it with our parafilm. Okay, after covering our test tube with our parafilm, we will invert it gently 2 to 3 times. And after inverting our mixed sample, we will let it stand for 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, we will observe the grading of precipitation of proteins. Now that is for our determination of protein using acid without heat. So this time we will proceed to our next test, which is using acid with the presence of heat, or what is usually called heat and acetic acid test. So what we'll be using is again our filtered urine, our glacial acetic acid, and of course our heat. So I will be dispensing 2/3 ml of urine in the test tube. Now, after dispensing 2/3 ml of urine, you will let the test tube pass through the heat, only the 2 cm portion of the urine in the test tube. So when passing through the test tube to the heat, we will make use of the test tube holder so that we will be avoiding contact to the fire. So again, we only let the 2 cm portion of the top portion of urine to pass through the fire. And once a steam is present in the test tube, remove the test tube in the fire and then add 2 to 3 drops of glacial acetic acid. once there is a presence of steam already in our sample, you add 2 to 3 drops of glacial acetic acid. After adding 2 to 3 drops of glacial acetic acid, you again let our test tube pass through the heat and observe the presence of steam. And once steam is already present in our sample, we will proceed into adding the second 2 to 3 drops of glacial acetic acid. Okay, so now we proceed to adding 2 to 3 drops of glacial acetic acid. And to our very last step, we will again let our test tube pass through the heat one more time. Remember, only the 2 cm portion on the top portion of the urine. After allowing our test tube to pass through the heat, we will observe the turbidity of the sample. So by that time, you will our results will be based on the grading of the turbidity of the sample. So that's it for determining presence of protein using acid with heat. So that is heat and acetic acid test.